of spiritual wisdom, we'll be having the very wonderful concept, that is Patriji 5-finger concept, basically. So we'll be looking at that in detail. And then after that, meditation we do 40 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. So after that, the holistic lifestyle, part of holistic lifestyle. So we have the today's concept is kashaya, that is decoctions for different diseases. Kashaya, we call it as kashaya or decoction for various diseases. Okay. And also the part of home remedies, we have yoni mudra for women problems, feminine and female problems. Okay. Yoni mudra. Okay. So these are the things we will be covering in the today's the overall topics, friends. So now today we'll be starting the spiritual wisdom. The part of spiritual wisdom, Patriji 5-finger concept. Basically, we will try to understand about the human being, what is the human being, what it consists of, the various gunas, various tattvas, and as well what are the various things are there, right? As a human being means it's not only physical body, as we know, physical body, mind, intellect, and then soul, and then a lot of things are there, right? So like that, we need to understand in all perspective, but we'll try to show you through 5-finger concept. That means we have developed so many concepts actually by having in these 5 fingers, just for logical representation only. Logical representation, we have tried to give you more and more concepts. So the one is the nature 5 elements. Then the other thing is what are the gunas, various qualities of human being, and also the as such human being, what it consists of, right? So like this, the different ways of representation of these 5 fingers. 5 fingers itself, we are representing in a totally different ways. So though all the types of 5 fingers you can see today, okay? So that you'll be able to understand the spirituality within 5 fingers, my dear friends. Within 5 fingers, you'll be able to understand the spirituality. So that is the concept of today. It's a wonderful concept. Let's start. So through presentation, so I'll be showing you today. Right. So friends, the 5-finger concept, the nature. So this is a part of, as all of us know that the part of the nature 5 elements. What are the nature 5 elements? What the nature is consisting of, what are the various 5 elements? As we all know that in these 5 figures, this is the basically fire, the Vayu Tattva, that is air, and then this comes to Akash. So Agni Tattva, so Akash Tattva, that is Shunya Tattva. This one is Prithvi element, earth element. Then this comes to the final water element, Varuna Tattva. Okay. So these are Jala Tattva. So these are the 5 fingers of 5 fingers. In 5 fingers, all 5 nature elements are there. So this many of us be already knowing. So friends, so any matter you see, any physical matter in this on this earth planet, if you see, so they're all constructed, including human body also. So they have been constructed using these 5 elements. So out of these 5 elements only, every body is constructed. Every physical body is constructed on this earth planet. So basically, these 5 elements are the raw material. These are the raw material with which everything is made up of on the earth planet. In fact, the plants you see, plants also 90% they have water. The remaining only earth element is there. Remaining only the solid matter is there. Okay. Not only that, within the trees, so water element, Prithvi, that is earth element, and also Akash Tattva. So Vayu Tattva, the Akash Tattva also will be there. Akash Tattva means square, space, Sunya, right? So it's also there. So and we'll also have Vayu Tattva also. The 4 elements will be there, part of the nature, part of the any of the plants, whatever. So in us especially, so we have all the elements, all the 5 elements. So we have Agni Tattva. The Agni Tattva means what? Where exactly it's working? Agni Tattva. Agni Tattva will be working within the stomach. Okay. We have a lot of juices, the digestive juices which will be generated. So it's nothing but a Agni, Jatra. We call it a Jatra Agni. So that means in the physical body of our human being, so these 5 elements are So totally the entire body is constituted, and all the operations within our physical body, every functionality will happen with the help of these five. Okay. So Jatragni, especially Jatragni, is going to digest whatever you eat, okay, within the stomach, right? So that for that, this Agni Tattva is very, very essential. Okay. So then it comes to here this comes to air. Air element means Vayu Tattva. So whatever the entire, the swasa, whatever the breathing we take, the Vayu, that is going and coming in, right? The breath is, we are taking breathing, the prana shakti, prana Vayu is going and coming in. So that's especially this air element, okay? So this is air element, the forefinger, left hands, okay? Then this comes to Sunya Tattva. So that means whatever the space within us also, if you go inside, so up to the atoms you go, atoms, molecules, right? So if you dissect, ultimately what you find is space. Space is there everywhere. Space is existing throughout the universe, my dear friends. In fact, we can say that the entire universe has got more space than the solid matter. So we can say that the entire universe, you can find more space than the solid matter. So space is more always. That is why if you see here, this just observe. So this middle finger is always taller compared to all other fingers. Just check it out. Okay. The middle finger will be always taller. It means what? The space within the cosmos is always higher than, that is emptiness. The so-called, we can say space also, we can call it as a emptiness, the complete, the blank, and then we also call it as the pure consciousness. We can compare with the consciousness. Okay. So that is why this particular element, this is Akash Tattva, space, ether, and also we can say, sometimes we can say as a consciousness also. So when we say consciousness is bigger than all the things, isn't it? So this consciousness is bigger than anything you see on this earth planet. You can see human being or the plant beings or animal beings, or whatever it may be, whichever the creation you take. So more than any creation, the consciousness is always superior. It means the entire creation, what you see with your naked eyes, some creation is invisible, some creation is visible on the earth planet, isn't it? So anything which is visible or invisible, all the creation comes out of this consciousness. Okay. So that is why this consciousness has got a highest role. So that means it's having great importance, the superior, and also the first and foremost thing from which everything is generated, everything is born out of it. So that is the reason this consciousness finger, this middle finger, Akash Tattva, will be always taller than any other finger in the hand, you see. Okay. So this is Akash Tattva, space, ether, and then consciousness. Okay. So like that we have to understand. So if you understand this one, especially this is here if it comes, of course, this is Vayu Tattva, Akash Tattva, this is the Prithvi Tattva. Prithvi means what? The earth element. Earth element means in us, what are the bones and flesh, bones, all the organs, everything is constituted with the Prithvi element. Okay, this is also important. And then this comes to water element. So in our physical body, what happens is we have about 70% water. Okay, 70% water. So that's what this represents the water element in the nature, in our physical body, everywhere. Okay, so like this, these are the 5 fingers which are just representing the nature 5 elements. Okay, just for the sake of understanding, so it's very clearly represented in the 5 fingers, my dear friends. So then coming to the one more concept, so with respect to spirituality concerned, so let's see how the 5 finger concept is also represented. So this one is representing Sarira Tattva Tamoguna. So this is called Sarira. That means physical body. Okay, this comes to so after that mind, this is mind. Okay, then this comes to intellect, buddhi. Okay, this comes to Parama, Jivatma. Jivatma means soul, individual soul. This comes to the Paramatma, superior, supreme soul or supreme consciousness. Okay, so in these 5 fingers also you can see very clearly. So all these 5 fingers represent the 5 different things within the physical body, within our human being. Okay, so that means this is completely physical body. What is physical body representing? The physical body representing the Tamoguna. Tamoguna it represents, isn't it? Tamoguna. And also this represents the Mooladhara chakra. This represents the Mooladhara chakra. So then that means the completely a human being. So as a physical body, so right, as a physical body, the physical body is necessary. It is very essential. So in order to do any kind of activities, any kind of thing, whether it's the materialistic thing or spiritual thing, whatever you want to do, physical body is so essential, so highly essential, right? So, but it is actually tamoguna. So this represents the tamoguna, right? Then when it comes to mind, when you start applying the mind and doing your activities, then you will be in this is a mind consciousness, okay, mind. So mind is little bigger than the body. Try to understand. Then this represents the rajoguna, okay. Then if you see the third finger, this represents the buddhi, intellect. So this intellect is little larger than the both fingers, these two fingers, but this middle finger is longer than the two fingers. Okay, so there is some logic in it. We'll try to explain that. So then after that, this represents the individual soul, Jivatma. Okay, so this represents the Sattvika Guna. Okay, this is actually Sattvika Guna, middle one. So this is firstly Tamoguna, then comes to Rajoguna, then comes to Sattvika Guna, Suddha Sattvika Guna, Nirguna. Okay, so like that. So in the gunas, in the gunas means the qualities also, we like in the Sanskrit, these gunas are there. What are the gunas? Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattviguna, Suddha Sattviguna, then comes to Nirguna. So these five fingers also represent the different qualities of a human being. Okay. So whenever we are in the physical body, we live with only Tamoguna. It means many of the lives, as I already told you, in the different classes, so we have the different soul stage evolutions. Okay. So different soul and different soul stages, they are going to evolve from the infant soul to the infinite soul. So in that evolution, if you see the infant soul, when it is born, it will be in this mode. With this only it will be living. That means this is a body consciousness. Okay. So this will be also having tamoguna. So that means this represents the physical body, tamoguna, Mooladhara chakra, and also the so-called infant soul. The infant soul will be always identified by this. So right. So even let's say, for example, in the classroom and all, the students, they used to ask the the teacher. So teacher, I have to go for this. Right? This is what it indicates. This indicates water. Okay, that means so even in that logical perspective also it is like that. Okay, and also this represents the body, just a physical body. So physical body means plus bones, all the parts of the body. That's all. This represents. This doesn't have the great intelligence. Of course, body has got its own intelligence, no doubt on that. So without it is being intelligent, so there are many activities it is doing by itself. So we don't need to suggest anything to the physical body. It does a lot of activities, lot of things it does. So within its own physical body. So that's why it is also got its own intelligence, but it is a basic intelligence. What it got? Basic intelligence. So this is a physical body. Physical body is such a way. So it's represented by little finger. Then comes to little longer than this. Little longer than this is physical body, little finger. This is a ring finger, which is little larger than this finger. Okay. So that means this mind is going to control the physical body. Always remember. So every physical body is controlled by mind. Okay. Mind is the driver. Mind is the controller of the so-called physical body. That's why it is longer than this. So what it is actually, mind means like basically it's all collected. It's all collected from the society, parents, everything, and so by different ways of the mind will keep developing from the childhood. It goes on developing. So it's a conscious mind basically, right? So this is particularly guiding the mind, guiding the physical body, and it is a little longer than this. That's it, because this is controlled by this. Okay, and it is actually here we have Rajoguna, and also this is something called after the infant soul. Then comes to baby soul or child soul. Okay, wherein you have more of Rajoguna character, and you also will have only Swadhisthana chakra. So in this one, what will be there? Swadhisthana chakra. So in the second one, the Swadhisthana chakra is always very active. So he's so aggressive, and he wanted to have his own the way of commanding on other people, and is born as a particular Muslim, Christian, or whatever it may be, Hindu, he will identify himself, he'll identify himself, and he always want to control, even a family or other people, outside people. Somehow you want to have his own command, his own control. Okay, that's why Swadhisthana. Swa plus Adhisthana. That's called Swadhisthana. That means you want to take some control. So on anything, whichever the given thing, you want to take a control of it. So that's why Swadhisthana chakra in the second finger. This indicates Swadhisthana chakra and Rajoguna and the mind within a physical body. So this is what we need to understand. So the mind controls the physical body always, as we all know that, right? In day-to-day life, mind only controls the physical body. Whatever physical body, suppose I want to stretch the hand, right? So where I have to get the thought? From my consciousness, thought will start. So from the consciousness, thought will start. It comes to the mind. Okay. So the mind. So basically, mind is not a physical phenomenon. Okay. As we already discussed, the several classes and previous classes, the mind is nothing but a consciousness. So consciousness, from the consciousness, the thought generates. Okay. So thought generates. Those thoughts, collectively, those thoughts are called mind. We call it as a mind, manasu. Okay. So somehow it's just the combination of thoughts. That's all. There's no physicality of mind. Okay. There's no physicality of mind. Okay. So everything comes from the consciousness only. So only thing is a minimum, like a limited version of the consciousness, we call it as a mind. Limited version of the consciousness is nothing but the mind which exists within us. Okay. Right. So this is what the thing. And of course, the mind is only responsible to make you as a poet or a singer or a musician or a scientist. Okay. Anything, whatever the intellect. So who will be collecting the intellect, my dear friends? The intellect will be collected by mind only. Mind is going to collect the intellect from so any kind of pen, you want to become some specialist in something. So what will happen is you will be collecting intellect. So intellect will be collected by you always. Okay. So this mind is going to collect the intellect, and especially that means the faculties, various faculties. He'll be keep learning. So whenever you learn, so those things will become a permanent asset for him. It means he learn from the books, he learn from the everywhere. So learn from the great different masters, the experienced masters, everything. This conscious mind only useful for doing all these things. So conscious mind only has to do. So this intellect is something what we call here, right? So this is the sum of experience of all the different lives also. This intellect, okay? So we call it as a intellect. Intellect is equal to sum of the experiences of all the different previous lives, all current life, everything together. This is called intellect, my dear friends. This decides what to do, what not to do. That means this one, middle finger, is Akasha Tattva, which indicates to the second finger. Second finger represents the mind. This little finger, body. These two are lesser than this. You observe here, these two are lesser than the height of the middle finger. It means this middle finger is longer, and this is going to control the both of them, right? See, mind, whatever mind says, the body will listen, right? And these two must be listened to definitely the intellect. Intellect will decide whether to do or not to do. Okay. So it means, so it will give you the right direction, like, whether it is correct or not correct, whether it's a correct decision or not correct. So all these things will be this kind of, the decision making is with the intellect. So the intellect is actually summation of all the previous life experiences. See, you want to take a decision means what? So you might have already got so much experience behind that. Already you have got so much experience. So based on that, your decision making and your whatever you do in a further life, whatever you are going to implement, that all depends upon your own intellect. So that is why this intellect is always powerful than the mind and physical body. You must understand this. So intellect is always powerful than these two things, my dear friends. Then comes to be, let's say, to understand again, to understand what is intelligence then. So there is yesterday we tried to understand. Yesterday we tried to understand. So whenever we get awareness, right? Whenever we get awareness, and awareness leads to the awakening. So in the course of having awareness leading to the awakening, and especially when we get awakened, so probably whenever we have awareness, there should be some kind of intelligence within us that will be flowering, that will be blossoming. Okay. So intelligence is the nature or the quality of the soul, my dear friends. It doesn't come from outside world. From outside world, what it comes? From outside world, whatever it comes is, it is intellect. Intellect will come from the outside world. So let's say I want to become a singer. I keep on learning, I keep on learning right from the, the basics of the lyrics and all the sahitya. I start learning. So if I start learning, one or other day, definitely I became a singer. That I've been practicing. I've been practicing on this physical planet. After coming into the birth, on the physical planet, I keep practicing only all the sahitya related. Then definitely I'll become a good singer, no doubt. Okay. But so what it is called? All this is called intellect. Intellect means something which you are trying to learn on the planet Earth, from the resources available, you are learning it. But do you know one thing, the other thing which is away from this, apart from this, which you are not going to learn anything, which is not going to be learned, but which is your existence, which is your presence. Always, it is present within you, which is present all the time. So that is called intelligence. Intelligence cannot be prepared. Intelligence is, which is already existing. So what exactly it does? Friends, for the intelligence, so it doesn't need any kind of a so-called, like a measurement, or nothing will be there like that. The intelligence is something, a pure consciousness. Okay, it's a pure consciousness. So what it has got the entire creation within it. So it means any intelligent being, let's say a master, great master, Gautam Buddha, or Lord Mahavira, Jesus Christ, so Lord Krishna. So all these are the highly intelligent beings. They are the infinite, they have infinite intelligence. That infinite intelligence is within us also, within us, within everybody, in fact. But so in order to access that, so you don't need your mind. You have to drop the mind. You have to kill the mind. You have to drop the mind. If the mind is not dropped, then you cannot access the intelligence. So intelligence is nothing but a pure consciousness, which has got the vast information. Friends, it has got the very minute information of this entire cosmos. What else you wanted? If you are able to access the intelligence, so what else you wanted in order to lead the life on the Earth planet? That is why whoever is highly intelligent beings, they're always quite calm. They don't make any sounds. They don't make any kind of the exhibition. They never exhibit to all the entire world. I am great. I could achieve this much. I got so many prizes, I got Nobel Prize. I got various awards. All these things they never exhibit to the world, my dear friends. Every intelligent person on this Earth planet, he became a great master. All these great masters never exhibit. So only what they do is they feel the existence. They live with the existence. They live with the complete presence of them. They live with the complete consciousness. They're always within themselves all the time, right? So that means it is like an existence. So do you observe any kind of sounds in the existence? So the entire cosmos is there. The Akash Tattva, you see the Akash Tattva, space. So how bigger it is? It's so vast. So do you see any kind of so much there's a lot of making exhibiting, and a lot of the making, so feeling proud of it and all. So it doesn't do, because the existence is so humble, so nurturing, so careful, and so caring of the entire its creation. It does always its functionality, like you observe any tree. So how does the tree grow? Tree grow out of the ground, out of the soil. Very silently it grows. As it's silently growing also, of course, it has got its own consciousness, friends. All the plants has got their own consciousness, which is very much known to us. As a nature kingdom, it has got its own consciousness. But what happens is, though it has got consciousness, it is growing silently. So it doesn't exhibit any kind of the greatness, or making a lot of noise out of it. So there is no sound, there is no noise at all. Silently it grows, and silently as it is keep on growing, as it is growing higher and higher, then the roots will be much deeper and deeper. Understand? So that is the kind of a nature of a existence, my dear friends. So all the nature, entire nature, if you observe the tree, you can learn many things. So as you grow further, you become so humble, so grounded. So it means the tree, as it is growing bigger and higher and higher, then its roots will be so much grounded, deep grounded, my dear friends. It means the same belongs to that is the real quality of existence. So how much ever bigger it's going to be a fully grounded, fully humble, fully simple, completely, so simple, so humble. That is the nature quality. So as a human being, if you become an intelligent being, if you become an intelligent person after enlightenment, of course, you'll become an intelligent person. You're not intellectual person, many friends. So after you become once you become a awakened person or the enlightened person, or you call mukti, moksha, liberation, whatever it is, right? So once you become that, you become an intelligent being. You become an intelligent person. Your intelligence and the entire nature intelligence is one and the same. Both are one and the same. The reason is you got oneness. You already got oneness with the nature, with the existence. So both intelligence is same. Whatever the intelligence is persisting, existing in the nature, in the existence, you also have the equivalent amount of intelligence within you after you got enlightened. Before you got enlightened, what all the things we collect from this so-called the society, which is nothing but an intellect. It is not the intelligence, it's an intellect. We need to remember. So intellect may be consisting of so many arts, so many qualities, so many professional skills, so many things. Like, it can be any kind of a business, a profession, or doctor, or engineer, you can be anything. But all that falls under the category of intellect. Okay. So this is what we need to understand, my friends. Of course, in the intellect also, what we say is, again, the intellect also be divided into two types. One is spiritual intellect, other one is materialistic intellect. Okay, as a materialistic intellect or prapanchika buddhi, adhyatmika buddhi. Okay, the prapanchika buddhi or materialistic intellect is nothing but you are learning lot of arts. You want to become an engineer, a doctor, a geologist, or a botany, or a zoologist, or anything, whatever the profession, whatever the things are there, right? Those are coming under the category of basically materialistic intellect. So there also you need intellect. You got, what you have studied, what all you learned from the various books, various degrees, various courses. These come under materialistic intellect. Then when it comes to spiritual intellect, so wherein you are reading a lot of spiritual books, you listen to a lot of satsang, then you collected a lot of information, so a lot of buddhi, so all that jnana, whatever you are taking, right? Whatever the knowledge you are taking, so you are receiving continuously. So this is whatever I'm taking, whatever I'm talking also right now. So this all comes under the spiritual intellect. Okay, you are collecting from me now, and you are going to store yourself because you may be writing somewhere. So this is called spiritual intellect, my dear friends. So that is why intellect also divided. So now, with all these things, what will happen? The human being, right from the baby soul or an infant soul, is growing stage by stage. He's just going on, passing through the lower, so many life stages, so many soul stages, my dear friends. When he's coming to the higher stages, the last stage is what happened. So this complete intellect, whatever you have intellect also, you will be dropping off. You will be perfectly dropping off. So from when you will be dropping off, once you started becoming something called a basically a matured soul. From the matured soul, from the old soul, by the time what happened, you have dropped all your intellect now. So there is no question of an intellect now. So of course, with the intellect, you got some skills. So basically, with a various number of lives, so many lives we take on the Earth planet, what are the things we learned is, so we try to learn to how to balance these Arishat Gurkhas, basically. So whatever the Arishat Gurkhas are there within us, so anger, lust, greed, right, desire, and then attachment, moha. So all these things, these are the various qualities, my dear friends. All these various qualities in a life by life, life after life, we try to learn how to perfect in them, how to achieve the perfection, how to balance them, how to control them, how to coordinate with them. So all these qualities, how to balance them. So these are so many across so many lives. We will be learning this. After learning everything, after learning So after learning everything, then what we'll do is we will detach from all the things, my dear friends. We will leave them. See what happened. You have learned everything. For example, you become a PhD holder, or you completed MSc. Then that is Master of Science, right? After that, you go to PhD. After PhD, what else will be there? Nothing is there to study. In fact, nothing is there. You don't need to study further. Any courses, no courses are there after PhD, isn't it? So it means that, so the same way, once we become a something called, once you become a old soul, for example, once you become an old soul, so almost like you are done. You are done with everything. You are done with all the karmas. You are learned with all, basically the purification of all these qualities, all the six Arishad Vargas. You know how to purify them. You know how to keep under your control, right? So you means you are a soul being, okay? You are a soul consciousness. And how you know how exactly to keep the control of all these Arishad Vargas, my dear friends. Once you know to keep all these Arishad Vargas under control, you as good as you win over them, as good as you became a perfect human being now. And you do not need any further lives. You do not need any further journey of life or a further birth in order to come back. The reason is you have perfected them. You have perfected all these six inner qualities of your mind. So those six inner qualities, you are only perfected them. You don't need much further any more education on the earth planet. You are done with it. You have finished your journey. You have finished your picnic. So no more picnic, no more journey onto the earth planet, my dear friends. So this is how we will be continuously going on. Okay. So within these five fingers, my dear friends, everything is there. So we have a physical body here. You have a mind. You have an intellect here. This is a spiritual intellect and materialistic intellect. Okay. And then, so when these three things will be controlled by soul. Try to understand. These first three things will be controlled by soul. Soul is what? So that is individual consciousness. So this is going to control. This is a commander for all these three things, my dear friends. Without the soul consciousness, these three are dead, right? Your physical body will be no more. Your mind will disappear, and your intellect is also disappeared. If this soul is not functioning properly, if the soul is withdrawn from your physical body, the moment the soul is withdrawn, you are dead. Okay. So that is why this is superior. It's always superior compared to these three things. These three things will have value only when this is there. It means, so a let's say one numeric around adjacent to the one numeric value, if you put a number of zeros, that has got a value. If there are so many, so like maybe tens of zeros are there, but before that one is not kept, number one is not written, so it doesn't have any value at all. That zeros doesn't have any value. Only when the numeric one is added, then that becomes a valuable number. Similarly, these three are there, so no use at all. So physical body and this so-called mind, so-called intellect, these three will be powered by the soul. Soul is the source of power, source of energy for these three things, my dear friends. Without this power, nothing will work. So it's like, just a gadget. How the gadget is there? Gadget is very much there. For example, you take computer. Okay, this is a computer hardware. This is a computer software. Okay, this is nothing but some extra tools, whatever is there. Extra tools, whatever is there for a computer. All that, extra tools, accessories, all these things. This comes to be this one. So these three are just a physical existing things, physical things, right? So these three things, unless you give electricity, these three things will not work. It cannot do anything, isn't it? So these three things cannot do anything without this. That means without electricity, either your physical hardware or your software or the extra accessories, whatever the intelligent, the more useful the more useful gadgets, all these three will never work, my dear friends, if it is electricity is not given. Similarly, we have physical body, very beautiful body I have, and I'm a healthy body, everything is there. And in this mind, that is I've developed my mind. I became a cine star. I became a sports person. Everything is done. And when this is a conscious mind, okay, it is always thinking. Okay, it's always useful for thinking. So with this mind, I collected so much intellect. I became an intellectual person. Okay, I am an intellectual person now. I am more than mind and body, but I'm an intellectual person. What happened? These three will be disappeared if the soul is not there. If the soul is present in your human body, then only these three will have some kind of a application, some kind of a recognition. So otherwise, this is not there, everything is gone. The entire human system is vanished, right? Now, so these three, these four, you see, observe here, these four are one side. These four are one side, this is the other side. So it means, friends, so reaching from the so-called this individual soul, reaching to the Paramatma, reaching to the Paramatma. This is a Paramatma, this is a supreme consciousness. In order to reach from here to here, there's a lot of gap is there. See how much gap is there? These four are just close to each other, all the four fingers. But this is very far from the this being also. It means in order to reach from the individual soul to the Paramatma, you will be taking so many births as an individual soul. It doesn't reach, you cannot reach here, in a short span of time. You take a lot of time. As I indicated already, 300 to 400 lives, right? 300 to 400 lives you will be taking approximately to become this, to become Paramatma, to become infinite soul. So, okay, so this soul is just a, I can say this soul, whatever I'm showing this finger, this soul, this indicates soul, individual soul. What is the stage of this soul? It may be so-called infant soul, baby soul, the old soul, the mature soul, old soul, all the souls, every soul is represented by this. But whenever it became a infinite soul, Paripurnatma, so that is called this one, Paramatma. To become this, that means, let's say this is it is an infant soul. This is the Paramatma. So in order to become an infinite soul, from the infant soul, we have to make a lot of journey, my dear friends. It takes number of yugas. In one yuga, almost equal to 26,000 years. So it takes more than one yuga, maybe near about two yugas. Near about two yugas, it will take in order to this just a infant soul to become a Paramatma or a Paripurnatma. That is why this is always away from these four fingers. See here, observe here. These four fingers are one side, this is the other side. It means there's a lot of gap. So all this gap will be fulfilled basing on our own each individual life, my dear friends. Will be keep growing, life on life, life after life, will be keep evolving. So when the evolution completed, then you reach here. This is called infinite soul, Paripurnatma, right? And so supreme consciousness or supreme power, supreme soul, we can say like that. Okay. So this is the theory of these five fingers, my dear friends. So now, so when you try to understand little more in this, so which way we can understand? See here. So I try to explain all these things to you right now. So little finger, ring finger, middle finger, index finger, thumb, all that is Paramatma. So that means from physical body, you are growing. Your physical body is there, mind is there. This is not intelligence, basically, it's intellect. Okay. And then the index finger is a soul. Index finger is a soul, my dear friends. The soul, and then comes to thumb is a Paramatma. So this is a concept we discussed now. Similarly, we have a lot of other concepts also. Second concept is also explained you now. Jala Tattva, Prithvi Tattva, Agni Tattva, Vayu Tattva, and Akash Tattva. Here, what happened is just for a representation for a spirituals, in respect to spirituality, what we have done is this we have made as a Akash Tattva. This is a Akash Tattva. Akash Tattva means that is a consciousness, supreme consciousness. Okay, we made it as a supreme consciousness. Okay, so just this type 2 representation belongs to spirituality, my dear friends. Okay, so with this we can understand. So what is Jal Tattva, what is Prithvi Tattva, we already explained. Now, so there is a type 3 concept of five fingers. So here also we already indicated very clearly. So whenever this one is called Tamoguna, Rajoguna, the middle, this ring finger is a Rajoguna, then Sattvika Guna, this is actually Akash Tattva is Sattvika Guna, Suddha Sattvika Guna, this one, then finally it comes to Nirguna. These five gunas are here. Okay, always remember, five gunas, five qualities. Okay, five qualities of a life. This is so Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattvika Guna, Suddha Sattvika Guna, then Nirguna. Okay. So likewise, friends, so in every life, as we keep on learning from one life after life, we keep on learning, then so what will happen? These gunas will be crossing over. Okay. In so many janmas, so many lives, we'll have only Tamoguna. near about 60 to 70 lives in the beginning of the birth of the infant soul. After the infant soul is born onto the earth planet, so near about 60 to 70 lives, only tamoguna will be continuing. We will come here always, all the time. We'll come here, we'll take only tamoguna, so we'll be operating entire life in tamoguna only. Then again, what will happen? So we'll go back and come back. So when we come back also, again the same thing. When we come back again we'll born in tamoguna. Like that, 60 to 70 lives should go only tamoguna. Then comes to the rajoguna. There also near about 60 to 70 lives. You have to spend. Then only it comes to the completion, right? You have to do a lot of things in rajoguna. You want to become a teacher, musician. In every life, one role will come to you. You have to become that, no? So you have to become that means you need so many lives. In one life, you may not become. In one life, suppose I thought to be a great poet. In this life, I will try my best, and I may become something, some extent. But next life, if I come and do the same practice, so I become perfectly all right. I become a perfectionist in the so-called Sahitya, as a poet, as a singer, whatever it may be. I'm talking about everything. So for that matter, so what we do is, so many lives will be continuing as a Rajoguna also. And after so many, like going through the Rajoguna, doing a lot of karmas and doing a lot of, every life we'll be leading, so a lot of work we'll be doing, then slowly what happens is, we will try to attain something called Sattvika Guna. Sattvika Guna means, always remember, it is peaceful, tranquil, and slow way of operation. Slow way of operation. They think a lot, so they try to be having a good amount of thinking before doing anything. That means this indicates, as I told you, this indicates also Sattvika Tattva, middle finger, also indicates the intellect. So that means they have high amount of intellect. They won't take decisions so suddenly, my dear friends. Sattvika Guna people, they never take anything violently. No violence will be there with them, and they also take the decisions after thinking over, so very deeply and very thoroughly. Then only they take a decision. So that is the quality of the Sattvika Guna people. And Suddha Sattvika. So this comes to Suddha Sattvika. Here what happened? So not even intellect, my dear friends. Here comes to only intelligence. Here comes to only intelligence. Whatever you ask, they'll be silent, like a yogis. Here, yogis will be there. So here what happened, any yogi you take, so he doesn't talk much. You only live with him. So even if you go and sit with him, he just be in your association. He doesn't talk much. You go on, ask questions. He will not answer everything. He'll just keep quiet. He'll just keep observing you. Okay, keep observing you. So you have to be in the vicinity of that great intelligent people. So all these great masters are intelligent people. So I can say they are intelligent than any other scientist or anything on this earth planet, my dear friends. So all these great masters, they are in this tattva. This tattva is called Suddha Sattvika Guna. This one is Suddha Sattvika Guna. So this is the quality of all the great masters, all the great enlightened people, my dear friends. Okay, so they don't not even speak. They don't speak. They'll be in the mauna. Otherwise, they'll be in the dhyana. That is the nature of this particular thing. So this index finger is representing Suddha Sattvika Guna. Those are the people having Suddha Sattvika Guna. Try to understand. Now, thumb finger, Nirguna. So here itself you are talking, everything done. Your thoughts, talking. So everything is gone. Everything is totally closed. So closed. What is there now? Only the leftover is your thumb. Your thumb indicates basically Nirguna. Nirguna means all these are closed. That means you are no more gunas. So there is no guna at all. You are in the zero state, my friends. You are everywhere. This so-called Paramatma or Supreme Consciousness in everywhere, in every living being. That is why this is called totally Nirguna. There is no guna at all. All the gunas are totally gone. Then only this is Nirguna. So it doesn't have any guna at all. So like that, you have to understand, my dear friends. Okay. So this is the concept of so-called the five-finger concept. So with the gunas, try to understand. Now here, so also we can understand these five fingers in this way also. Little finger, this is physical body. Kumbhaka. So Kumbhakarna, what happened? He does 6 months sleeping, 6 months eating. What we call in the Puranas, isn't it? So that's why this is called totally body consciousness. So Ravana is having a very good, very powerful mind and a great master also. But having a powerful mind, having the great mastery, but only thing is he misused whatever he has got the great so-called great intellect, my dear friends. So that is why. So this indicates mind. Mind indicates Ravana consciousness. It's called this Kumbhakarna consciousness, the Ravana consciousness. Then middle one comes to Vibhishana concept. Vibhishana is having a lot of intellect. He advised properly. He tries to give the advices and everything suggestions very greatly. So that's why Vibhishana comes under the middle finger. This is called the so-called the what you can say the great intellect. The great intellect is possessed by Vibhishana. That's why we call it as a Vibhishana, that middle finger. Okay. Now index finger. Index finger comes to be Hanuman. Hanuman is a enlightened person, enlightened master. With what he enlightened? With the breath observation. That's why he called Hanuman is also called as a Vayuputra. Hanuman is also called Vayuputra. That means the Vayu. That means the breath. The breath, he keep on observing, and he keep on observing the breath. Slowly, what happens? Your mind becomes empty. You totally gone into complete emptiness. Then what will happen? So you go inside of you. Your third eye get activated. Nadi mandals will happen. Third eye gets activated. Intuition will be started. All the inner experiences starts, right, unfolding within you. So when you are in the meditation, everything will be unfolded to you. So that's why, friends, what happened? This indicates the Hanuman. Hanuman means Vayuputra. Always you must become a Vayuputra. Every one of us, now and then, every time, we must become, whenever we have time, so we must become a Vayuputra. That's called Hanuman. Okay, this is indication of Hanuman. So once you become a Hanuman here, once you become a Vayuputra and become the Hanuman, a great master, so then what will happen? So this is nothing but Sri Rama. Sri Rama is what happened? So once you become Hanuman, so you become Vayuputra, individual soul, then Sri Rama is nothing but a Sarvatma. Sri Rama is nothing but Sarvatma. We also have to become Sarvatma. So always once as an individual soul, once you leave the physical planet, you'll be one with the Sarvatma. You'll be one with this. You will be adjoining, you will be merging with this, my friends. All your individual entities getting merged into this. It's called supreme consciousness. So that's how we need to understand this particular concept of Kumbhakarna, Ravana, Vibhishana, Hanuman, Sri Rama. So this thumb indicates Sarvatma, or otherwise so-called the God, you can say, or you can say Sri Rama. Sri Rama is also indicating this Sarvatma, infinite soul, my friends. Okay. So this one is the fourth concept. Fifth concept is little finger indicates Bhukti, ring finger indicates Rakti, middle finger indicates Yukti, then index finger indicates Shakti, finally thumb indicates Mukti. Friends, what happened here? Bhukti means what happened? For the physical body, what you need? You need of more, food or housing or the kind of so minimum basic things are required for the physical body. So that means for the physical body, we need food. So we call it as the food is input to the physical body. So that definitely we need, this is an indication like Bhukti. Bhukti means physical body. Okay. Then comes to see Rakti. Rakti means what? So playing with something and playing with the mind especially. Right. So when you are in this particular finger, that's called Rakti. Rakti means so how you are going to, Rakti means how you are going to enjoy. Basically, mind is responsible for enjoyment. Who is going to provide you the enjoyment? So where do you feel enjoyment or feeling? All your feelings and enjoyment will be felt in the only with respect to mind. That means this Rakti, this finger indicates Rakti. That's called the basically mind. It's a mind play. Okay, and then middle finger. This is intellect, right? Intellect means Yukti. Yukti means how much we need to do, how much we have to eat, how much we have to walk, how much we have to talk. So that basically a perfect order and intellect, that is called Yukti. Yukti means middle finger. This indicates middle finger indicates the Yukti. It's very, very important, my dear friends. Now that comes to index finger. The index finger. So what happened here? The index finger. So this is Hanuman, Vayuputra. When you become one with the breath, you become one with the breath, isn't it? So when you become one with the breath, what will happen? You receive a lot of cosmic energy. That's why this indicates the Shakti. This case Shakti, right? Once you receive a lot of energy and Shakti within you, so then friends, what will happen is, so after getting the individual soul, this is individual soul having so a lot of receiving cosmic energy, huge amount of cosmic energy, then within you what happened? Third eye gets activated. When third eye gets activated, you achieve the Mukti. You already achieve the Mukti from the physical world. From the physical world, this Earth planet, you are released now. You are out of the bondages. All the karmic bondages are gone now. Okay. So this is called So this thumb finger indicates the final status, the final stage of they are human being. This indicates the mukti. Mukti means you are released. You are released out of all the bondages from the earth planet, from the karma bhumi, especially from the earth planet. So from the physical world, you are released, and all your dukkha are released, and all your problems are resolved, and you became the complete a person with the freedom, the infinite freedom, the huge amount of freedom you have now. Okay, so this is called mukti. The thumb indicates mukti, right? So this is how we need to understand, my friends. Okay. Now the other, the one more five finger concept is last one, type 6, the last five finger concept, friends. Okay. So what it exactly is? The little finger indicates yuktahara. So the first one is yuktahara. I think this mistake is there. Yeah, correct. Okay, fine. Little finger indicates yuktahara. This indicates yuktahara. This indicates yukta vihara. The third one indicates yukta kshetra. Fourth one indicates yukta dhyana. The fifth one indicates yukta enlightenment. What yukta means? Limited. Okay, limited ahara. For the physical body, what you need? Limited food. And for this, what you need? Mind. For mind, what you need? Enjoyment. Right. This is a part of the rakti. Right. So enjoyment, recreation. Right. So how much recreation should be there? It should be limited. There is yukta vihara. Yukta vihara means limited enjoyment or limited recreation, we can say. So that should be limited. Though mind is there, and you cannot make your the so-called vihara, everything is infinite. You can't do that. So there is always a limitation for this yukta vihara also. Vihara also yukta vihara. Okay. And now, so middle finger indicates yukta chesta. Yukta chesta means you are doing some deeds now. You are trying to attempt and doing some deeds, physical deeds. That also we must be doing only in the middle way, madhya marga. Madhya marga is always essential, my friend, everywhere. So not only here, throughout our life, madhya marga is the best solution for our day-to-day life, for our day-to-day issues, my friends. Now, so yukta chesta, yukta dhyana. So this index finger yukta dhyana. That means, so what will happen is meditation also, we don't need to do the huge meditation. In the beginning, okay. So later on, meditation requirement comes down. Okay. So you don't need to do so much meditation. So always let it have some limitation. That means let it have a good amount of things. Need not to be infinite. Okay. So that's why. So it's called yukta dhyana. Yukta dhyana is also essential. Then with the yukta dhyana, that means you have done a limited meditation. Then you also get yukta enlightenment, the minimum enlightenment. Whatever minimum enlightenment you receive. For example, so when you just sit silently, observe the breath, you are receiving the cosmic energy. That is also enlightenment. It's a part of small enlightenment, right? You understood today. So by observing the breath, your mind becomes empty. So that is also a small enlightenment. So likewise, for every new thing which you come to know, every new experience which you are coming across, that is nothing but one enlightenment, but it's a small form of enlightenment. When the total enlightenment will happen, when you become one with the Paramatma. When you become one with the Paramatma or infinite soul, then what will happen is, so you got a complete enlightenment. It's called total enlightenment, my dear friends. Okay. So until then, so now thumb indicates yukta enlightenment. That means let it be madhya marga, having a limited enlightenment with every human being. So it's no worry about. It's no worry at all. Okay. So like this, the sixth type of the Patriji five finger concept we try to discuss, my dear friends, today, right? So these are the this is a subject which there's complete five finger concept in a different ways we try to discuss, right? So all the entire spiritual science we divided into so many concepts, like up to 6 concepts here. We have much more concepts also, up to 20 concepts like this we have. Okay, so that will be explaining you in the later classes, no problem. So now at present, 6 concepts you remember, and you just review this again and again. So you'll get a great and deeper understanding about all this, my dear friends. Okay.